I wanted to, first of all, welcome all of you to Landmark Park. I apologize for the condition of the roads. You know, we had all that rain and it pretty much did a number on our road system. What I want to show you briefly, just a few pictures of our solar powered well. We use this to water our livestock. In a minute you'll get to go out in the back and actually see it. This was NRCS project and Wiregrass RC&D project, and I want to thank both of those organizations. You know, many times when you use a solar powered well, it's for a remote location, a spot where you can't get electricity into, or the cost of running power would be pretty high. That was not our case. We could have easily gotten power in. We just wanted to do it as a demonstration, but also because of it is an example of sustainable agriculture, the low impact agriculture. And I'd like to just kind of quickly explain our process. What we're using is a 4-panel system. It's a 340-watt system. If you contact me afterwards, I can give you the name of the company. There are several companies that do this. Next slide, please. The main difference between some of the other solar applications, Chris Balcom mentioned using solar to power the subsurface drip. In this case, you're not storing power. You know, there are no batteries. What we're doing instead is storing water. It's much cheaper to store water than it is to store power. So this system has a 3,000-gallon tank. We made ours expandable where we could add another 3,000 gallons. Next slide. We did build up a base. The higher you can get your tank, of course, you build up your pressure. Ours is a gravity-fed system that goes to our water troughs. We used, it's called washout. You can get this from Couch and these other places that sell concrete. This is what they wash out of the concrete trucks. Next slide. You can go ahead to the next slide too. It's very easy to work. I think we built our pad up maybe 1.5 feet or so. And there you can see it with the tank and the panels. It looks a little bit different now. We'll see this in just a minute. We now have some high tensile fencing around it. There you can see the pad is a little bit bigger than necessary for that one 3,000-gallon tank. Next slide. But these systems, or at least this system, I should say, is very easy. It's really a plug and play. I mean, when it comes to you, all you have to do is it'll say connect panel A to panel B, and very, very easy to use. Next slide. It also has a controller. These systems are unique in that, of course, when solar produces AC power, but this system will take AC and DC. I can connect a generator to this. If for some reason this controller gives me problems, I've got a little pigtail that I can just hook up a portable generator that will continue to produce water. This is just an overview of our tank, our water trough. It is gravity flow, and this is low pressure. You can get adapters to actually switch out the valve to low pressure, but we had enough pressure to use the existing high pressure valve. Now, our system will pump about 2,000 to 3,000 gallons a day. I don't need near that. You do need to plan your system where you can have plenty of storage. You may hit a rainy period where you're not producing a lot of water, so you need to kind of plan accordingly. Just know that, you know, when the sun is shining, you're pumping water. Well, if the sun's not shining, you're not going to get any production out of your well. So you just have to kind of plan far enough in advance and build you a buffer that you've got plenty of water storage capability. We don't have many cows out there. In a minute we'll show you those cows. We do have kind of a unique situation out there. We're keeping Honeywood's cows. These cows are the ones that were brought in by the Spanish explorers 500 years ago. Very adapted to the heat and parasites of the South. One thing about these systems too, You can apply for, we didn't do this because it was not necessary for us, but you can apply for a tax credit. There's about a 30% tax credit that is, from what I understand, still on the books till December of 2016. There may also be some tax credits through rural development that you can apply for. But these systems can be expensive on the front end, but you know, you got to think about it. You won't have anything else invested. You don't have a monthly power bill. They're very low maintenance. Next slide. You can't really see that, but our cost on this system was about $8,000 to put this system in. We now have 2 tanks, so we actually are storing 6,000 gallons instead of 3,000. One tank is devoted to some low pressure drip. We've got some situations where we want to irrigate using some low pressure, low flow drip. But it's kind of a unique system, and you'll get to see it in just a minute. We hope more people will do this. We're glad to have one out here at the park for people to see and use an example of it. If you have a situation where this might apply to you, where you're trying to get some water to some livestock, this is something that you can do. We are doing some experimenting. We may add some more solar panels and actually pressurize one of those lines for our drip irrigation. But anyway, we're very pleased with our system, and I'll be happy to answer any questions before we go.